Good morning. Thank you so very much for joining us. This is DGTV. The show now is Career Talk. Always on Saturday we talk of careers. And as always I say, it is a good opportunity for you to learn what type of a career probably you want to venture in. My name is Joseph Okio, and as I said, one 300 105. Today we are talking about front office. Not only front office, and also we're talking about accounts. These are career opportunities that you can venture in and make money and prosper in it. In studio we have Miss Faith Cherotich and also Miss Julia Njenga. Ladies, welcome so much and thank you so much for having time and speaking to us. Let's start with the front office. When we speak about front office, what comes in a mind of a person is all about unaingia kwa office and you get that lady or man who is seated at the front of the office welcoming people. Now, into layman language, you know that, but in a professional way, how can you define that as a front office here?
Well, thank you very much, Joseph, for having us here. Front office, as you've said, in a layman's language, it's the first place you get to, or a client or a guest gets to, when they enter into an organization, into a company, into a hotel, all those. So it's the first place where they are welcomed, where they are told about the organization and initiated about the organization. So
the front office is always mentioned as an engine of an organization. So what is the importance of this office?
Well, everyone loves to get to a place and you're welcomed nicely. So you'll find most places you're even welcomed with some juice. Everyone loves to be welcomed nicely. So front office majorly, you'll find a person who will welcome you and tell you more about the organization. Let's give an example. You've gone to a school. You've gone fresh, you don't know what you want, maybe you're going to look for a career or something. So you really need someone who can guide you through it. So the person you find in the front desk is someone who is equipped about the organization or the company that you're going to. So basically they know everything concerning the company or the organization. Yeah. They will welcome you. So you're talking about the importances, they will welcome you, give you more about the organization or the company. And then this is a person who will always be smiling for you. You know, you can go to a hospital and you're so sick, but the person you find at the reception gives you a smile and you're like, oh God, I don't think I need to see a doctor.
I think that is the first qualification of
Yes.
that front office person who is there and at the front. Now, let's talk about the accounts. What does that mean? Because when you enter into an organization, probably in banks or Huduma Center in Kenya, you will listen to a voice saying, please enter, counter something. Is that related, accounts and counters?
Oh, first of all, accounting, this is a process, this is a process that you record the financial transaction pertaining a company. So when it comes to banks, they counter one, counter two. Okay, they normally do the billing stuff. Okay, it's part of accounting, yes, but these are the people who do the first hand. They do the first hand, but when it comes to an accountant, you're the one now analyzing the data. Now the financial data, the financial transaction that has happened.
Okay.
You understand?
In
Yes.
an organization, in a large
In an
organization, or probably in just an organization.
Accountant, they just record data and analyze data in any organization.
Okay.
Yes.
So that is their work.
Yeah.
Doing just the analyzing of
You do analyze. Actually, you do budgeting. You do preparation of financial statements. You can do ensuring that a company has complied to the legal act,
Okay.
you know.
So what is the basic responsibility of accountant in an probably in an organization?
Well, there, either you do budgeting, first of all.
Okay.
You ensure that the company comply to the legal requirements. You also ensure that you've done the financial activities according to the standard required.
Okay.
Yes. Also, there's inventory control. Yeah. For example, you can do cost controlling in a hotel, in a factory. Yes, ensuring that there's maximum benefit, like you get profit in whatever you're doing.
Okay. Now, let me talk about a front office first. We will get back to the accounts. Now, when a person is having that that you want to have, or you want to choose, or probably you have chosen a career in front office, what is the basic requirements that one needs to have, probably for one to have that as a career?
In front office, there's a certificate in front office operations and a diploma in front office operations. And in both, you need to be having a minimum grade of D+, that is from the KCSE. Yeah, I think that's the basic requirement that you need to do so that you enroll for a front office course.
Then after enrolling, probably you as a tutor at Uzuru, how do you take the student?
All right, so after you enroll for front office, there are other units that you do concerning front office. So we just said that basically front office, you'll find someone who say hi to you, who will welcome you and give you details concerning the organization. Well, on top of front office, a front office person can do marketing. So you'll find there's sales and marketing in front office. There's public relation in front office. There's a human resource under front office. We still have accounting under front office. And we still have principles of management. You're taught about how you can manage or be a good manager, yeah, in an office. I guess that's all I can say. That yeah.
Course outline. Take us through the course outline that probably you take a student when he enrolls and joins, and he wants to pursue a career in front office.
All right. I'll go back to the same units. There's human resource, accounting, but we just do basic accounting, and sales and marketing, public relation. So front office is a wide one. We do customer service, and we do even the standard operations of a front office person. Which standard operations do you use when in the front office? We look at them widely. Yes.
So, Faith, what level of education, probably entry, the basic entry level to do accounts?
Wow.
Because it is like when you talk about accounts, ni hesabu tu zinagonga kwa kichwa. Now, what is the basic entry?
The basic entry. Well, if you're passionate about accounting, then I guess that's the first entry. Like
The passion.
Also, yes, you have that passion. Also, when you're good in numbers. Then when it comes to grade and certificates, you should have you should have CPA. You're supposed to be a certified public accountant. Also, another advantage, you're supposed to have a bachelor's degree. But in that step, if you really want to be an accountant, and maybe you didn't qualify to do a degree in a course in finance or accounting, you can still start by doing, maybe you had a D+ or any minimum grade. So you can start by a certificate in accounting. Then this is according to the CASNEP course outline. So after doing the certificate in accounting, you can also do ATD, that's ATD1 and ATD2. Then after that, you're going to qualify for CPA Part 2 and Part 3. So after that, now you're going to be a certified public accountant. So maybe you can be an auditor, you can be a tax consultant, you can be a financial planner. Yeah, I think.
So accounts is not just about accountant. It is wide.
It's wide.
Nimesikia ukiongea kuhusu the public sijui accounts.
That's still an account. That's okay. Those are accountants, but now being an accountant, this like doing accounts in accounting, you can specialize in any one of those, like being a tax consultant. You can be an auditor. You can be a financial planner. You can be an analyst, maybe a financial analyst. Yes.
We will get back to that. You talk to us more on accountants and all that. Now, when the front office is a link between many departments in an organization. How do you prepare these students so that probably akitoka huko he will know how to deal with different clients who are coming in the organization?
All right. So a front office, I'll first say it's divided into two. There's the front office and there's the back office. So majorly the front office is where everyone will see, because that's where you find, you as the client or you as a guest when you come in, that's the first person you find there. But under the front office, we now have the back office. Now this is the accounts, the HR, and all that. So when you're preparing a student to go out for front office or to become a front office staff or receptionist, we help them to encounter challenges, because being in the front office, you're someone who will be receiving a lot of complaints, because this is the first place that someone gets to. So when you interact with a person at the first place, you be comfortable when anything happens to you, per se. Let me give an example with a hotel. The front office of a hotel, I'm the receptionist of a hotel. If a guest gets into the hotel and something happens to him or her inside the hotel, the very first person they will get to complain or to give their concerns to is the front office person. So this is a person who is supposed to be very calm. Number one, that's what we teach our students. You need to be very calm. You need to know how to handle each type of guest. No matter what, it doesn't matter. A guest might come in so angry, but you need to be so calm. So being calm, being honest, when you're a front office person, you also need to be honest. And I'll also say you need to be having a person with a very big heart, because you can work in different places. You can find yourself in a hospital. You can find yourself in any organization. You need to be a person with a very big heart. So yeah, we prepare them in all areas.
When doing accounts, should one have a little bit of what we call accounting techniques?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, as an accountant, you're supposed to be familiar with all the accounting techniques. You're supposed to follow the principle that has been laid down. You're supposed to have these analytical skills. You're supposed to be detail-oriented. Like you see accounting, you're supposed to be detail-oriented. You know, accounting, there's no errors. You're not supposed to do any errors. Yes.
Errors leads you to...
Exactly, as an accountant as well. So you see, if you really want to pursue accounting, you're supposed to stick to the procedures that you've been given, that you've been taught in school. Yeah.
So those procedures should make...
First of all, you're supposed to be honest.
Okay.
You're supposed to be like, since I will just echo what Julia said, that also accounting, you deal with clients. And in most cases, you might, like the moment you're dealing with a lot of people, some people are very harsh, some people are very rude. So you're supposed to have that calm nature.
Okay.
You're supposed to be that kind of understanding person. Yeah.
Understanding is the key.
Of course.
All right.
You just have, yeah.
You just have to be understanding.
You're supposed to understand people.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Being honest. You know.
Let's talk about the prospects in these probably in this course? I heard you mention concerning probably the certificates that a person needs to go through. And I heard you mention concerning issues like you need to do CPA. What does that mean?
Okay, CPA, it means Certified Public Accountant.
Okay.
So if you, maybe you come across someone who has CPA-K, that is a Certified Public Accountant of Kenya. That person has done CPA, that is part 1, part 2, part 3, and they have been given certification by the government.
Okay.
That is under CASNEP. Yeah, so these people are allowed, they can do any, like they can do any role in accounting. Yes.
Okay. So after getting the CPA, you can do.
Yeah, you can be a
across.
tax consultant, you can be
Okay.
an auditor. Yes.
So probably if you haven't done that CPA,
CPA is a requirement.
the first requirement.
That is the first requirement. Even you are applying for an account assistant job. Yeah, maybe you can be asked that you're supposed to have a CPA, either part 1, part 2. So it's really a requirement.
So CPA is like doing a certificate, a diploma, or probably a degree.
Well, it's just a certificate, but so I guess someone who has done a bachelor's degree in finance and someone who has CPA-K, the person who is more advantageous there is someone who has CPA-K, because CPA-K is recognized worldwide and also is recognized in Kenya. Yes, this is a certificate that, actually is the professional certificate that if you really want to be an accountant or maybe you want to be a financial officer, you're supposed to have. So it's really a requirement. Yes.
All right, fair enough. Julia, let's talk about the opportunities. Mtu akiongea kuhusu front office, we only think of ule mtu mwenye anakanga pale mbele. Kuna a lot of career opportunities when it comes to front office. One of them being?
You can be a PA, that's a personal assistant, sorry. You can also be a customer service agent, as well. You can also be a marketing or sales and marketing person, because front office is not just about being there. There is more entailed to it.
Faith, wakati when technology came, a long time ago people used to do manual. How has technology helped in accounts?
Well, technology has really helped a lot, because at least it has been ensured that you record accurate data, you do your work, you can do your works, like you can be able to manage your time, do your work, and also technology has helped us, like in terms of data entry, you can analyze data. So I think in terms of presentation skills, presentation and analyzing, it has really helped with that.
Okay. People are probably complaining and wanasema the entry in technology has made people jobless when it comes to this kind of a career opportunity.
Not really.
Okay.
Yes. You know, like just like each and every career, technology helps in a way, and also there's also a disadvantage in a way, right? But in accounting, there's something called, like, you're supposed to do strategic planning, and AI and artificial intelligence can do that. So still, there is a requirement for, there will always be a requirement for an accountant to be there in an organization. Okay. In terms of budgeting, doing planning, analyzing data. AI can just give you the data. They can process the data. Yes, they can ensure that you save your data. Maybe there's this communication, you know, but at least there's some activities, there's some duties that you're required to do as an accountant that AI can do. Okay. Yes.
There is this notion that those guys who do this kind of a course, or probably who are in this career, are so genius, wakofiti, ukuju, it is all about hesabu, accuracy. Is there any room for anyone to venture into this as a career opportunity?
Like I first said, you're supposed to be passionate when you're choosing a career. Okay. Even if maybe it's front office, you want accounting, you have to be passionate about it.
Okay.
Yes.
So passionate.
Yes, passion. You're supposed to have passion in
Okay,
it.
fair enough. Let's talk to Julia Njenga in terms of front office, the issue of technology, of course. Gone are the days when you ungepata a certain lady rude, talking the way once, files reporter, things are messy. At the entry of technology.
Well, I'll say it has really helped because now everything is being done in the computers. So a lot of, even the baggage, you're having a lot of files in the office, now it's off. Because when someone comes in, maybe you need to take in some details, you just do it in the computer. So, and even losing files, because maybe you're shifting from, the company is shifting from one place to another. So you'll find when they're shifting, some things will get lost in between. But when you have your, when IT came in and you have your computer or you have your laptop, you have every information inside there. And then having it that you can back up your information even when it gets lost, it really helps. And it has really reduced a lot of even pressures. Because when you're doing entry of maybe, let's say you have a lot of guests and you're doing it by writing, it becomes hectic. But when it's just typing, life becomes so good.
Life becomes so good.
So good. No, it's not laziness. It's not laziness. It's just that work has been made easier.
Okay.
Yes.
So let's talk about the environment, the work environment that one need to expect when it comes to the front office. The work environment, the pressure, and all those sort of stuffs.
Well, I would say, I guess every place has its own pressures. But when you're in the front office, as I said, you really need to be having a big heart. Because some people might be offended easily. And when you have a client who's come in and they're so rude, you need to be calm as always. So as I said, when you're going in a front office or when you're looking to pursue front office, as Faith has said, passion, and number 2, I'll just talk about calmness all the time. You need to be a calm person. Because at times you'll even go home with a lot of baggages, lakini uelewi ni za nini. It's because place yenye umeshinda, maybe there were a lot of complaints, you handled a lot, but calmness and you yourself being a person who acquires qualities of you're not rude, you yourself as a person, you don't have to, you can't be rude. Yeah, you can't be, even no matter how the client is right or wrong, you can never be rude to a client. You can never be rude. You can never. And something else, as you're doing front office, you should be knowing, or someone doing customer service, that the guest is always right, or the client is always right.
The client is always right. And Faith, when it comes to work environment, how are you prepared, or how should someone be prepared to be working as accountant?
First, there is always pressure. As you're supposed to be able to handle pressure. Now, it depends with which field in accounting you're in. So, for example, when you're a cost controller, they normally do the costing in either an hotel. You can be a cost controller in a factory. That is, maybe you control the cost, you ensure that there is effective management of whatever the input and the output. Yes, exactly. So there will always be pressure. And what you should expect also, there's numbers. There will always be numbers. So you're supposed to be good at that.
You're supposed to be good in numbers. Wale watu wenye numbers zinawalemea, this is not the course that they thought they might be thinking to take.
Probably.
Okay. Why should someone take this as a career opportunity?
A career opportunity? Yeah. Well, accounting, the accounting field is very flexible and there's a lot of opportunities out there. As you can see, they can be, like as I first said, you can either be, maybe you can be a financial planner. And by financial planner, I mean that maybe you can manage other people income, advising them on how to budget their finances
Okay.
in investing. Yes. Also, you can be an auditor. So yeah, there's a lot of field in accounting. That's why there are a lot of opportunities out there.
Hiyo accounting inalipa? Person should be asking like, "Oe, hii ni inalipa ama it's just getting there and boom, no cash in the pocket?"
Of course, you can't be dealing with money yet you don't have money.
Okay.
You can't earn money.
Fair enough. So accounts is all about money.
Yes.
Be sure that umebeba mfuko imekuwa mzito kidogo.
Yeah, though you normally deal with the transaction.
Okay, so ile mawazo ya people are thinking that when you're doing account, you will be dealing with money, bulk of money, so lazima u transact money.
Well, there's a little bit of maybe petty cash, but mostly usually it's just generalizing the transactions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why should someone take this course in front office as a career?
I would say if you love serving people, front office is the best thing to do. If you love service to people, service to the community, front office would be the best course to take. Because when you're marketing, you're serving people. When you're doing customer service, you're serving people. When you're in the front desk, you're serving people. So I would say if you love doing service to people, service to the community, that's the best thing to take.
That is the best thing to take.
Yeah.
Now, let's talk about the projection of these careers. Probably let's start with the accounts. How do you see the projection of this career in the next 2 years, 5 years, Vision 2030? How do you see this career in the future?
Well, with the development of AI systems, the artificial intelligence systems, I think as an accountant in the next future, maybe you're supposed to have those strategic planning skills, because maybe the AI may take over in other things you're supposed to do. So maybe you're just supposed to do the business advisory, do the strategic planning for companies. Yeah.
And how are we going to be prepared so that those changes in technology and staffs and the projection of the career should not get us off guard?
Well, in like each and every career is supposed to learn. There's always changes in technology. And globally, there's always changes yearly. Every time there's always changes. You're supposed to be willing to learn.
Okay.
Yes.
So learning.
Yes, and you're supposed to be tech savvy. At least you're supposed to learn you're just supposed to know the emergence of new technologies, learn those skills. Like for example, right now we use the enterprise resource planning softwares. Okay. For example, QuickBooks. If you're really familiar with IT, you can get to learn these things. So okay. There's QuickBooks, we have Sage, we have Oracles. These are softwares. So as an accountant, you're just not supposed to do with numbers, recording. You're just supposed to learn a little bit of IT skills. You're supposed to be tech savvy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tech savvy. Julia, what is the projection of this career in the future? Probably 10 years to come. The country is going to that vision of 2030. Reaching there. Those people who are taking this as a career opportunity, market itakuwa yao?
I would say yes, because when you're doing front office, right now we're just doing the short course. Like we have small units. There's sales and marketing, the customer service, the PR, that is public relation. So in the coming years, when you're doing front office, yes, there will be work, but what I would say is that you'll need to have more of IT, and you'll need maybe to at least advance a little bit in sales, in public relation, in customer service, so it gets wider. When you're carrying it wider, you have many more opportunities. Yeah.
You're having many opportunities. And how are you preparing your students in probably making sure that this changes?
One thing we say is that education, people learn every time. So, you know, some of them are starting with front office because probably they didn't do well in their KCSE. So I'll tell them there's still an opportunity. After you're done with front office, you're open to advance in your studies. You can advance maybe specifically in sales and marketing. You can advance specifically in public relation. Yeah, you can advance in customer service, and you can advance also in even human resource. Yeah.
There's a lot of opportunities.
There's a lot of opportunities. You can advance in management. You can be a manager. Yeah.
It seems the course is so big. My time is almost getting up. We are just winding up. Between these courses, between men and female, the projection in this career, who are choosing this. Front office is zamani ilikuwanga only ladies, those cute ladies, you find them there. Nowadays it is all around. How can you talk to men who are literally that career near ladies?
Nah, it's not for ladies. You'll go to organizations and find men are in the front desk. So it's not just for ladies. I guess gone are the times that we keep on saying that a certain work is being done by men or a certain job is being taken by ladies. Gone are the days. So these days we are all open.
We are all open. What of the accounts? The accounts is all about, you need to be so good upstairs.
Well, accounting, you just, I'll always say numbers.
Numbers.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, ladies. Faith Cherotich and Julia Njenga. Julia Njenga is a tutor at Uzuri Institute. Thank you so much for having time and speaking to us. That is what we call a wrap here on DigiTV. Remember, you can talk to us on our social media platform, DigiTV, everywhere. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and also Instagram. And as I said earlier, our number is 0791 300 105. This is a career opportunity that one need to take, and it is big, as Julia and Cherotich has said. My name is Joseph Okio. See you then. This is just to wish you a happy holiday of Easter. God bless.